So, I promised off screen that I do a little bit of investigative journalism. As you may know, for some reason, Mnet has decided to integrate, like, Roblox with the boys. And I'm like, you know what? I might as well check it out. Won't cost me anything, whatever. So I go on there, and I'm like, wait, this is Metaverse.
The Facebook owned.
This is Facebook Metaverse. And I'm like, this kind of sucks. So I didn't want to download anything from Facebook or a Metaverse to my actual hard drive. So what I did was I was able to go to the character creator, which sucks hard.
Oh no.
And then I was able to basically piece together different like playthroughs of it. So here's the situation. You can complete tasks in-game, which is walking around and clicking on various balls of light that you chase around, like little hearts that you chase around the stage, and that allows you to put in a vote for your boy. Now, the votes for this don't affect the show at all, so it's basically a ranking for Metaverse gamers only.
Oh my god.
It means nothing. The games and tasks are literally you just walking around a lobby, basically. It's like they spent it's like they could only hire like a set designer or whatever, and they could not hire someone to do any other thing. Like the set design is actually like pretty decent, like it looks fine, but like
the gameplay sucks, the models suck.
There's no gameplay. There's literally no gameplay. It's like, collect 80 hearts by walking in a circle around the map.
My question is, who does Mnet think they're reaching with this? And why does it benefit them in any way?
Did Facebook pay them? I don't get it.
What demographic are we missing from our Boys Planet viewership? Oh, I know, 13-year-old boys. Like, what's the logic?
Is that who's on the Metaverse? Because I thought no one was on the Metaverse. My impression was that it was Second Life, but you couldn't be horny.
God, I don't know anything about the Metaverse or Second Life, but I saw the Minecraft-looking models, the boys, and I assumed that was, like, the demographic for whatever this is.
They look bad. And also, can I say, on the map, they're playing the Signal song.
Mm-hmm.
But it's slightly slow and distorted, so it sounds really bad.
That's kind of funny.
But anyways, how do you feel about everyone being bamboozled?
Oh god, with the first Survivor announcement?
The Lee Dial sabotage of the century.
They gave him his one moment of glory last episode where he got to look sweet for choosing his team. And then this week, they ripped it all away from him.
They want him gone.
They're tired of it. They did not predict that his Here I Am fan cam would blow up like it did. And he'd get so many votes, but here Mnet is with this silly little guy trying to figure out what to do.
Like, it has to be so that they transfer people's, like, frustration and resentment onto Dial.
It didn't seem like it made any sense. I don't think they did anything like that for past produced seasons. I don't think they did that for Girls Planet. It was just like the one random 13th ranker. Like, there was no logic behind releasing that.
It's because it's Dial.
I guess. Like, what's the point of wasting everyone's 40 minutes unless that's the answer?
I know. The only, it's so funny because they had 30 minutes of having these boys doing these little, like, Aegyo walkouts. And, like, they're just to show Dial, and they're like, bye! Jingu is so awkward, though. I love.
So glad Jingu is back. Oh my god.
Yeah, I hope he gets another friendship bracelet.
It's like seeing your favorite camp counselor at summer camp finally after the whole winter.
Okay, the one positive of this for me is being able to see everyone's hair and all the decisions that they've made. Some decisions are better than others. I don't know what Chen Yugeng was doing.
Oh yeah, his like e-girl rogue from Marvel hair.
It honestly, what it did was made his face look very skinny and very tall.
It just was not good placement for those white streaks.
I can't deal with Christian's blonde. I can't.
You don't like his blonde moment?
I can even learn to live with Chen Kuanjui's blonde moment, but I cannot learn to live with Christian's.
I feel like it's kind of right for him. Like he kind of has blondes have more fun energy.
Here's the thing. I could accept it if it was a white blonde, but this Reagan cosplay is not doing it for me.
Not a Mob Psycho cosplay in Boys Planet.
And I'm going to accept Ungi, even if he's kind of doing a coconut head thing.
It was kind of cute though. I felt like that was right for Ungi. No, the worst choice was, you're right, it was Yu Gang. Like, say what you want about Christians, say what you want about Unki. They're not trying to be a TikTok girl from 2 years ago.
That's true. That's true. So, thankfully, because we don't have to discuss all of the fallen soldiers
Yet.
we can discuss the we can do a little segment at the end when we're like, these are the boys we're gonna miss who are definitely going to die.
I really gotta treasure my top 9 while I still have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to replace, I'm gonna have to replace at least 1 or 2 guys.
But we'll get there when we get there. For now, we can savor our boys' screen time.
Yeah, so
How did you like Danger BTS G group and K group performances? Did you have a winner?
I mean, this one I think it's fair that G group won this one.
You mean K group?
Yeah, K group, sorry, because they had any vocalists at all. I'll say one thing that's very sad is that Yang Jun was kind of lied to by Yu Gang. I get why he did it.
Oh, like their little confrontation.
Like, remember when Yu Gang went behind his back and he's like, hey, can you try out for this part?
He was not vibing with the Yang Jun main vocal fantasy.
I know, like, Yang Jun's like, I can do it, and no one else raised their hand, and he's like, you're gonna flop. But I'm like, you don't have any other vocalists. Do you want Takato to do it?
Literally.
And then on the other hand, like, there's honestly not much to say about their performance other than, yeah. Okay, actually, they were very flat. Like, the judges were very flattering to Yang Jun even after he flopped.
I know, like, I'll be real, Yang Jun was not hitting those notes like he needed to be, but they still were, like, giving him, like, positive feedback, like the, oh yeah, go Yang Jun edit. And when they compared the main vocalists, they were like, Yang Jun did better than poor Ichan.
Okay, I don't know what illness, what disease was going on that made every single main vocalist being like, I'm sick, my voice.
Literally, Hui, Seung-hwan, Ichan, like, what was going on?
I think Ichan normally is a very good singer. He has good tone, but like you literally could see him giving up.
Yeah, it was really heartbreaking.
One of the boys I will miss from that group because he will get eliminated even though he's a K group is Minhyuk. I think he has solid vocals.
You know what? I actually thought Yu Gang was really good in G group, and I know he's not gonna make it to next week, so
Yeah.
Here I am expressing my Yu Gang. You did really well in that performance. You will be missed.
I don't disagree. How do you feel about another evil edit for Dial?
I mean, because I saw spoilers of it, and then I like actually watched it, and I was like, this isn't that bad.
I love the line where they're like, you think people vote for you just because you have a nice smile and you're like being like, oh, I'm so untalented.
God.
Well, you can't. You can't.
They really read into him for being like, you are relying on your quirkiness, sir.
I know. Any comments on the outfits?
I liked Danger G group better than K group, but I didn't think these were a particularly strong set.
Interesting. I literally felt the opposite. Maybe it's just because I love Ichan's stupid little fingerless gloves.
Oh, that's a small detail that I did not notice, but I liked
with short sleeves.
I liked the different like ways that they were using the same fabric for G group.
I think that's fair. Now, speaking of reusing fabric, burn it up.
God, I feel like this is the group that I have the least to say about, honestly.
I got some stuff to say. Number 1, they were so mean to Chen Renyo.
You're actually right. That is in my notes. When his like elbows wouldn't bend, they were like eating him up for that. They fucking paused the performance to remind us that he couldn't get this one move right. And you could barely notice while they were all dancing together. He was like in time. It wasn't bad.
It's weird. I thought his vocals were decent. I liked Riku. He did do a vocal flop. The person who obviously none of this group will live. None of them. But I thought Yuchika was solid.
I agree. I thought Yuchika was probably the best out of the group. I also really liked, and I know you didn't, I liked Kay. I thought he was cute. His rapping wasn't good, but he's like the same kind of rapper as Hikaru Kepler, where he like brings the energy really well, but like not the skill, but it's like fun to watch him anyway.
Yeah, kind of like the guy, like the leader of this one, or the person in red, kind of vampire energy at the end, which was fun. But mostly, oh my god, they gave these guys the shittiest, cheapest harnesses they could find.
One of them didn't even get a harness, he got like a belt.
I know, he got like a little corset belt. It was kind of Party City. It was sad.
Yeah, these weren't the best outfits.
And then we have Burn It Up, K Group, and two things to say. One, I did not notice him until now, but Guanyang, excellent. Like, I went back and watched all his videos. He has excellent vocals.
Okay, I literally only have two things to say about this group as well. That was one of them.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if our next point matches too.
Is it about the two young children?
No.
It's not about the two young children on this group.
But speak to me. What is your two young children note saying?
Just the 15 and 16-year-old, like they got the soul and baby mode edit of the season.
They did. Honestly, those babies were so hard to watch because they were literally so sad. They wanted to go home so bad.
Well, they're about to.
Well, oh god.
Well, maybe, because K-Group, because G-Group is gonna get massacred. That fucking 100,000 vote different, like 110,000. Every K-Group person, like almost all of them are getting 110,000 extra votes. It's gonna be a massacre.
It's gonna be so bad, so those babies might make it yet, you're right. My second note for this group?
Yes.
A man named Ho-Young.
Ho-Young.
Showed not one, but two nipples.
Oh my god, that's why they won.
This strategy never fails. It hasn't yet.
This one was kind of a mid-off, I'm not gonna lie, other than Guanyang, it's kind of a mid-off. But it's the second nipple. It's more important than we think.
Yeah, the power of nipples in this TV show, I'm like learning it really affects the outcome of these decisions.
Do you want to talk about the power of nipples group?
I mean, I guess we gotta.
Ji-woong, he has not gotten like a line in the past 2 episodes, right? Like
He
barely.
said nothing. He's sung nothing.
He's the leader, and he, I would say, did not get that much screen time out of his group, comparatively to, like, say, Yujin or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he showed one tit. He bid the shirt, and got the most votes out of any single person, if I recall correctly.
The nipple that shook the world, frankly.
He knows fan service so bad. Also, you told me something while we were watching this performance that I agree with. These black outfits on a black stage, it's hard to see them dance.
Oh, these outfits were freaking horrible.
It's all black and indistinct and shiny. Like, if this were, like, a very light stage, then this would make sense to me.
Yeah, but they had, like, a dark Matrix background going on. Like, these boys were blending in. I saw no details in that choreography. The only detail that I saw during that choreography was the bright, shining light when Ji-woong lifted his shirt and flashed that nipple. The contrast was there to frame it.
Change cameras to look at his nipple. To me, the highlights of their performance were Tyre.
Yeah.
And I thought Yunseo was also solid. Also, every single performance, every single episode, I see Han Yujin crying in a corner, like me in high school before I got some alprazolam. Like, it's like, for his sake, can we get him out?
He is cracking under the pressure, Mr. Humpty Dumpty. Like,
he's about to be like a 16-year-old with an ulcer.
He's gonna be showing up to eliminations with gray hair, and it is not gonna be from hair dye.
How do you feel about white? The white outfits that I could see very well backdoor.
Honestly, my favorite outfits of the entire 2 episodes.
Ricky's goggles really gave it to me.
It's so good. I'm such a slut for like I grew up loving the Spice Girls, and there's this one photo shoot they did. I'll put it on the video where they like are wearing these types of outfits, and I think about it all the time.
Can I say something about this like huge Christian edit? Like huge Christian evil edit?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it kind of, because like I'm not saying that this whole situation like wasn't hard for everyone, and that like I'm not going to dismiss that Camden literally did cry because how much difficulty his team was having and his frustration. But number one, Christian, I think in one of the previous episodes, like he was getting a little bit of evil editing, and like when they were showing how uncommunicative they were and that Christian was talking in Chinese, he was literally translating Camden's words in Chinese to someone else. And also, I can't help but compare Christian's edit to Min's.
Because Min wanted more lines, but they didn't let him get any.
They were in kind of similar situations, I feel. Christian's was very much more drawn out and uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And because he wasn't like really, he's not really as much of a crying guy as Min is on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Christian got 8 votes. He got like barely any screen time in the final one. So I understand him being like, I don't want to be shoved into a corner, if that makes sense. But like in the same sense, I also understand Ricky was right when he was like, we need to make sure the killing part is as good as possible to go against Kay. I understand it.
Yeah, and this is where I feel like in the same case as Min, or in the same case as even like Matthew, like redistributing the lines so that everyone gets like a fair opportunity to actually have a moment where they can show what they're good at would be so good for this show.
Right? Because, like, can you remember a single thing Schweibo did in that performance?
I remember his hair was in a little ponytail bun.
Because, like, he looked great. He looked so good. But, honestly, I thought, like, I couldn't see hide nor hair of him, but he looked really good in the fan cam. But yeah, I mean, like, this was one of the ones where, like, okay, also I have a question. You're in this situation, you just see K group go, and Ji Woong's, like, nipple is out. How do you go against that?
Like, what can I do to conquer?
Yes. Here, I thought about what I would do in this situation. I think when I pulled my shirt up, I would take a finger from my belt buckle and trail it all the way up my abs when I did that. I think that would help. Now, you might be something like, okay, hardcore fan service against hardcore fan service. Kiss another guy on stage. But here's the problem. The people wouldn't know who to vote for. They would be like, ah, in the moment, like, but they wouldn't like, I feel like it wouldn't necessarily distribute more votes to you in the middle of that performance live.
Really? Because because there's 2 men involved in the kiss?
Who'd you vote for? I guess the person you think is hotter. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Which actually, one of my ideas for how to beat the nipple.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar because if you noticed, Christian was wearing a bright red lip stain, and they were all wearing white outfits. We could have had like a little kiss, like a cheek kiss, or like a hand kiss in the middle of the performance, and like the lip stain leaving a kissy mark.
Oh.
Slightly less like, in your face than like a straight up lip to lip gay kiss.
Yeah.
But kind of like that little visual thing to latch onto.
Also, you know how, like, what's the word? Kill This Love did, like, they smeared, like, red on their faces for blood.
Mm-hmm.
Smear your lipstick.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Backdoor. No real standouts in that performance for me. Like, Ricky's charisma was amazing, but, like, I wasn't like, oh, this guy's vocals, this guy's rap in that performance, you know?
Yeah, I felt like Ricky was the strongest performer in that group too, but it definitely wasn't for his vocals. It was just like how he was selling the concept. I do want to say, so I watched the original Backdoor choreography. Okay, there's a move in the original choreography that they cut out of this show where they're literally referencing Michelangelo's creation of Adam. And I was like, how could you possibly cut that part of the choreography? It was so good.
I know.
It was so good.
That's sad.
Oh, actually, you know what I also would have loved? Ricky pulling out a credit card when he was like, you want to come in? He could have pulled out a credit card, tossed it in the crowd. That would have been amazing. Referencing his PR video.
Pull that credit card up his abs.
Yes. Ooh. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, also, if like any boy from that group had any sort of special talent to compete with like the backflip from K group, like, I don't give a shit. Just put Brian on a unicycle or some shit. Like, to compete with the stunt, you need a stunt.
Yeah. Now, here's a group where I mostly like their outfits the most. I liked K group's green outfits, except for Hanbin's.
Really?
Yeah, because like one of them had like a cute fake spray paint shirt. I also liked the green puffy vest with the goggles. I love the weird skater shirt that Donggun was wearing.
I specifically took notes on that green puffy jacket and goggles. That was Jihu. I thought the outfit was wearing him. He did not stand out, but you know what did? That puffy coat and those fucking goggles, because I couldn't see his face over these, like, major points of clothes.
I'm not saying that it was a good choice. I like the outfit more than I like his performance. I'm not going to contest that.
Okay.
Oh my god. How did you feel about Doha? Was pretty underwhelming.
So sad.
The really only person that I can even remember their performance being good is Hanbin.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get more popular after this performance.
Yeah. You know that, what's that one post where like they run that McDonald's like the Navy? He did that a little bit. To be fair, I think his group needed it a little bit.
I am genuinely so obsessed with Dogun. Dogun?
Yeah. Donggun.
Donggun?
Gun.
He looks like an elf. Like, he's beautiful and ethereal looking. And then he opens his mouth and he, like, can't stop screaming. And it's like a brittle, like, he is putting all of his air into screaming out these words. Like, it's like you popped the cap off a fire extinguisher and, like, the foam is gushing everywhere. He has no control.
He doesn't know how to breathe when he sings.
But God, the juxtaposition of his gorgeous face.
Do you see Donggun's freaking jawline?
If he had a semblance, if he had any ability to carry a tune, I bet that Mnet would want him.
I agree.
But unfortunately, he's not there yet.
I agree. I like his little arm warmers during practice.
Yes, those were cute. Very scene kid of him.
Now, how do you feel about Oily's hot sauce?
Oh my god, oh my god, he was so cute. His little vocal moment. Oh my god, I was so pleasantly surprised. I really believed that he like was not capable of singing in any way just because he's only rapped or whatever, and he delivered a suitable performance.
Yeah, like he's not an incredible vocalist or rapper. It's like his personality, which is why you love him.
I think his voice has character. Like,
I agree.
Like when we were watching during the show, I was like, he sounds like an anime character singing.
Yeah.
Like he's got that boyish charm still in his voice. He reminds me of like Alec Benjamin. But no, Ollie slayed. Ollie was the highlight of this performance for me, besides Osuke.
Short guy?
Short guy, great leader, and good dancer. Also, I can't believe Nice only got 6 votes. That's insane to me, and I think that everyone in that room should be ashamed of themselves for letting that happen.
Gotta say, I hated almost all of the song choices. I'm sorry to be a hater. How do you prove your vocal capabilities to hot sauce?
You don't! That's what I'm saying! All of these songs, none of these were, like, good choices. I think the best choices were Love Me Right and Danger BTS.
I appreciate that it's one of the older BTS songs, because if I had to listen to Butter all those times, I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
Now, there's a little performance that was meant to be the centerpiece of this episode, I'm assuming. Love Me Right.
Love Me Right. I think K Group did an overall better job.
I agree.
Love Me Right than G Group.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hanbin was a really good center, and I think he added more like vocal flair into his part than like Ding Hong Hai. I think had the same vocal part, and obviously I thought Yedam did better at his role than Anthony did.
I think Hui's high note was really good. I think Jay's was just a little better.
When they played the high notes back to back, I was like, I actually prefer Jay's. I don't think it's anything about their skill. I think Jay's voice just like it might have fit the song better, or maybe like his live singing voice just sounded more effortless to me than Hui's, and maybe that was because Hui was sick too, right? Like,
yeah, he also caught whatever disease that every main vocalist got.
Literally.
So there's something I have to say about this episode. If you told me that the angel editing was so literal that someone was literally given a halo around their head and called Mother Teresa, I would think you were exaggerating. I would think you're making a little jokey joke.
No, baby. That's the power of Sung Hanbin.
I'm not going to lie, maybe it's because they portray him, like, only, like, angel moments or whatever, but, like, I'm not crazy interested in Hanbin. I know that there's a huge hype surrounding him. I will say, in his original performance, audition, like, I'm like, oh, these vocals aren't it. But in this performance, I was pleasantly surprised by his vocals.
Yeah, I thought this was his strongest performance so far, but I am with you in that he's just, like, not interesting to me. And I think it's really how Mnet's portraying him as, like, this infallible, like, perfect center. I see a lot of people saying that he's the best center position candidate. And, well, I'm like, yeah, I think that's probably true just because I think he would fit in a lot of different concepts, and he is clearly beloved by a lot of people, so I think that makes him a great center candidate. I think his stage presence is strong, especially when he's not singing that much. Sorry, Hanbin. But I feel like, to me, the position of center is like a stupid concept, and when people are a good center, that, like, shouldn't mean that much, because I feel like with a lot of these groups, the center should shift and change, and
Agree.
whoever is stronger in that specific song should be the center. So, like, Will Hanbin was a really good center for Love Me Right. Like, he wasn't carrying it by any means.
Yeah, I noticed also that I really do get the feeling that Hanbin is preferred, because, like, almost like, even in the same group, like, if you compare his treatment to Hotaik, we are reminded of his failures in the moments before his triumph, if that makes sense. In the same way that they did it, like, it's obviously a little different, but in the same way that they did it for Shenren Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, they show their flops right before their performance.
Yeah, so he got that.
Mm-hmm. Like, it makes me think maybe they don't want him in the group.
Like, maybe, but he's getting so much screen time, so I can't tell.
Also, I thought Oh Sungmin got 0 screen time, but I thought he was very solid in this. I feel like Gyuvin was kind of struggling to catch up.
Yeah, honestly, I felt like we probably picked Gyuvin for
Popularity?
his popularity. Well, at the same time, I don't know what place Gyuvin was for the fan cams, but I think we probably picked him knowing that he would be a solid sub vocal or sub rapper or whatever.
One of the things that I think maybe Hui was thinking of was that you don't want to get 6 people who are all incredible standouts for this if you're, like, being really tactical about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to maybe, like, get 1 or 2 solid rappers, like 1 or 2 people who can handle the high notes, because you want to be able to stand out well. So you should get some people who are mid.
Yeah, and that's what Dang Hung Hai did, except he forced himself to be mid.
I know.
So sad.
That was also, I'm really late on the Wu Moody train, but I'm here now, just in time for him to maybe be cast off. But I think Wu Moody is really great. He's so solid.
Yeah, I agree. I, like, fell in love with Wu Moody, and now we're gonna have to send him off to greener pastures. Probably, maybe.
I think before we give our top 9, we should maybe give, like, a list of people who, like, we think are going to leave and be sad.
I feel like I have a few, like, this, my top 9 is, like, my send-off.
That's very sweet. I will say I am emotionally prepared to use these people who I care about. Hwan Hee, Mingyu, Yang Jun, Ichika, Winnie, Wu Moody, Nice, Jonggi Chan, Oju, Shuaibo, Haru, and Kim Min Hyuk. And also Park Gwan Young.
Yeah.
That's who I'm prepared to lose. If I lose someone I care about who's on this list, it will hit me like a truck.
Oh no, it could happen.
I just want to say, before we get into our top 9s, the people who or not my top nine, who I care about are Kim Min-hyuk, Kim Tae-rae, Kwan-young, Mingyu, Woo Moody, Winnie, Haruto, and Hung Hai. Those are my sub. Sorry, I know it's a lot of people, but hey, I'm about to lose most of them, so.
Fair enough. Hit me with your top 9. Let's hear it.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
my number 9 is Jong Yi-chan.
Okay. After this week?
If Won Hee can flip and still be on my top 9.
But Ichan like gave up.
Fine, okay, you know
I'm
what?
not. You don't have to change it. You don't have to change it. This is your moment. But
He said well, my number 8 is Seo, who is fine. My number 7 is Yu Seung-yeon.
yeah, he was really good.
Number 6 is Kong. Number 5 is Lee Ho-taik.
Mm-hmm.
4 is Jae.
Okay.
3 is Hwan Hee.
Oh, top vocalist? Interesting.
2 is Zhang Hao.
Okay, yes.
1 is Feng.
I'm not shocked. I'm not
I
surprised.
love him and his new coconut head hair.
Was he on your list of people that you're prepared to lose?
No! If I lose him, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Listen, he has the benefit, okay?
He has the benefit and he has a solid fan base. And he was like 19 in the first ranking, so he might make it.
I know that, listen, I'm prepared for him to drop severely.
Yeah.
But I'm not prepared to lose.
I think that's probably fair. I think that's probably what'll happen.
I'll be fucking crying and throwing up.
Oh.
Sorry, okay. Hit me.
Okay, my number 9.
Yeah.
Is Mr. Yang Joon. I'm so happy he got a good edit, even though his performance wasn't like flawless. He had his moment, and he was right. He was right in his little feud, his celebrity feud. So I love you, Yang Joon. I'm gonna miss you so fucking much if you don't make it.
He won't, and I'll miss him. He can go sing OSTs in China.
That is literally his perfect career. He needs to go do OSTs in China. However, I think that there is a slight chance that Yang Joon could make it. I really do.
Yeah.
People love a fail boy.
He's like the rising fail boy because he kind of didn't get the nice edit that Mingyu and Doha did.
Yeah, I mean, Doha got nothing to work with this week. Mingyu, I think, is another rising fail boy because he proved himself as being a capable performer.
Yeah.
Yang Joon proved that he has more to show. So I think there's a slight chance.
Mm.
We'll see. My number 8, there's absolutely no hope here. Oh, Ju, I'm going to miss you so much.
Even if he can't hit a note, he has great tone. I will also miss him. He always is the leader of whatever group he's in. Huh.
He was a born leader. He could have been the Bora of the season, but I'll miss you. I'll miss you, Oju. I hope that you take a couple vocal classes and start nailing those notes.
Okay, hit me.
My number 7 is Kim Tae-rae. Like you, this week I was really blown away with his one high note.
And to think they gave him second vocal.
Literally, I'm shocked that he got second vocal. I think he probably should have been first vocal. Like, Yoon Seo did a great job, but I think Tae-rae could have done a better job. But maybe, like, Tae-rae's votes were stronger, so they gave it to Yoon Seo. I don't know.
I think it's because they had both of them do the high notes in a row, and Tae-rae flubbed it in that moment.
Oh, okay. Well, then I think that's a good reason to choose Yoon Seo over Tae-rae. However, Tae-rae's one, like, Kui level high note, that stuck with me. So.
Yeah.
Number 7 on my list. Now, number 6 is Mr. Zhang Hao.
Ooh.
I like him.
I like him too. He's
He's good. Yeah, I got nothing else to say.
I feel like he's someone who maybe originally wasn't a naturally like a born good singer, but like is someone who used vocal pedagogy to be a good singer, because you literally can see him instructing people how to breathe.
Yeah.
And he came from like music college.
Yeah, like he knows how to make it work for him.
Mm.
And I trust him. And I think he would do a good job.
He's likable.
My number 5, and I'm mad at myself for putting this boy back on my list, Orly,
Huh?
Mr. 17-year-old. But he was so cute. I felt for the baby edit. I feel like the one woman in the Justin Bieber Never Say Never movie where she's like, "Oh, I just love Justin. He's so cute," but not in that way. He's just a darling. I just want to wrap him up in a blanket and give him some hot cocoa and put on a Marvel movie marathon or some shit.
You can, if maybe there's an Eminem movie you can watch with him.
No, I wouldn't let him watch a Slim Shady movie. Okay, my number 4 is Lee Hwan Hee.
Say goodbye.
He needs another chance to shine. If he does not make it, he got the 10K benefit. He might not have gotten the 100K benefit, but I believe in him. I've been voting. So we'll see. We'll see. I hope he stays. My number 3 choice is Mr. Hui. He did slay.
Yeah. He did. Even with vocal disease.
My number 2 is Haruto.
I respect it.
I just love him. I just think he's so fun.
He's really fun.
He's fun. He's got a good personality, and he is a good dancer and rapper. So he's my group's rapper. Sorry, Ollie. Orly's gonna have to sing. In my group, Orly's gonna have to sing, and Haruto's the only rapper. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
And that leaves my number 1 for the second week in a row, Jay.
He has a voice.
He's got the voice. We'll see. I think the people might have not voted him to beat Hui, but I would have voted for Jay. I thought his live vocals were just really good.
I agree.
But next week, we're going to have some grief counseling to go to.
I don't even know what to... can I just say, having the voting be the day after, and the day after that episode comes out...
Sabotage.
It's literally sabotage. They're like, okay, we're going to put all of our favorites in the first episode.
Literally. Well, I mean, not quite. All the favorites that they weren't confident would make it to the second round.
It's okay because the Hui group got the screen time of the G Love Me Right group. So it's almost like they were there.
Who are they trying to get votes for in that group that wouldn't potentially make the cutoff? Like Yedam? Were they trying to save Yedam? No, because he had this episode. He had episode 2. I don't know the logic.
It's going to be a massacre. It's going to be a G group massacre.
We'll see. I'm nervous for sure.
Cutting half of the trainees after the first challenge is insane.
It's just a lot of them to lose. A lot of them to lose at one time.
I'm shocked that they didn't go to 60, you know?
Yeah, like 1/3. That would feel more appropriate. Oh, I'm so nervous. Do you think Hiroto's gonna make it? I don't think he's gonna make it.
It's possible.
Oh, I'm scared.
Bye, Hwan Hee.
No, okay, Hwan Hee literally can't leave. If Hwan Hee leaves, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Hwan Hee is my Yugi, okay?
He's your Bora.
He's my Bora.
He's your Bora.
I need him. I need him here, and I need I need someone to make him some fucking tea so he can heal from this throat condition.
Not only can he sing, but he has good vocal tone.
He has amazing vocal tone, in my opinion, and I'm trying to make a group where most of them are good vocalist material. Main vocalist material, even. I need him, I need Jay, I need Hui, I need Tae-Ray.
Do you need Zhang Hao?
Zhang Hao can be a lead vocal. I don't think his vocal is quite as strong as the other 4.
I agree.
But he can sing.
He can sing. He can't sing at all. And that's, as you can see, a rare... Maybe you can vocal train his friends.
God, please help Oju, Mr. Zhang Hao.
Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you, anyone, for watching.
It was fun. Thanks for hanging out.